So our former Vice President Atiku Abubakar woke up one day, that was yesterday or 2 days ago, and decided to come hard on Akpabio, the Senate President. He decided to expose him. He was firing on all cylinders. He was not mincing words. He was direct. And he called Akpabio corrupt. He called him a womanizer as such, and said that he had been like this for years. Take a listen.
When Godwin Akpabio was a governor, he was corrupt.
He was corrupt. Not only he was corrupt, but he was also in the habit of abusing, women. The Senate President is known actually to be having those type of character, even when he was a governor.
I'll be very clear. Atiku Abubakar is not a saint. And for all his worth, his records are there. Obasanjo has said a lot of things about Atiku Abubakar. Obasanjo has not hidden his words, his feelings about Atiku in the past, in the present, and in the future. So there is no going back in saying that Atiku is not a saint. Having said that, are we going to throw away the words coming out of our vice president, former vice president? Are we going to throw away his words just like that? Are we going to say we didn't hear him speak, or he spoke out of line, or he spoke without knowing what he's saying? Do you know what the former vice president is? At a time where he was even more powerful than Obasanjo, where he knew what was going on in the government, where he even appointed most of the many service chiefs and a lot of ministers. He had people he appointed. A man who knows secrets of Nigeria. Are we going to throw his words away like they mean nothing? If Atiku said something like this, and Atiku doesn't speak anyhow, why I respect Atiku is that he hardly comes out to speak anyhow. You hardly speak. He hardly speaks personal about people. He doesn't go personal like that. Most times he's on the receiving end of tantrums. But for him to come out and speak about our Senate President like this, please, it's time we begin to ask questions. Our EFCC, did you know that these allegations, did you know about the allegations on Akpabio? Do you have files that prove on the affirmative? Why has he and people who are like this not facing jail time or facing serious backlash from the EFCC? Why are many politicians who are engaged in this kind of allegations not facing hot trial for them to come at least and prove themselves? Or are you saying that it's our courts that are the problem? That most times when they are arrested and sent to the court don't find them guilty and they're thereby released? Because I understand that the EFCC does not have the power to sentence anybody. They only have the power to prosecute, but they are not the final jury or they are not the final judge. So I could absolve the EFCC a little. But the reason why I will still hold them culpable is because there has been no concerted effort to rid this country of high level of corruption from the top. From the top. From the top. Once again, I'm begging our politicians, mostly from the presidency, allow our EFCC to work. Give them a free hand. Please. If not, we will never know what is going wrong with this country financially. We will never know. Allow the EFCC to work, whether it is in your party or opposition party, it doesn't matter. Let our EFCC work independently. That is about that. On the issue of womanizing, this issue is not an issue that I would like to really delve into too much. Because like I said, there is no law in Nigeria that criminalizes womanizing. There is no law in Nigeria that says a man cannot talk to a woman or make advances or passes at a woman, both married and single. There is no law. That's the only problem I say. So it's a moral thing. It is a moral thing. If a senator is accused of womanizing, it is not an offense in the court of law. It's not an offense that the police can arrest. It is one of moral, standing. And his people in his constituency could judge. And when they are voting, they should not vote for a questionable person like that. But if his people in the constituency and his state deem it still fit to vote for him, despite the fact that they are aware that he's a womanizer, then it's up to them. It is their choice. It is until we have laws that criminalize womanizing, you can't fault Akpabio on that. You cannot fault him on that. This is me saying that doesn't hold water. That doesn't hold water. He's a man and he's free to approach any woman he wants, and even a woman is free to approach any man she wants. There is no law that criminalizes, flirting. So I'll hold him on the corruption part and I'll wave away the womanizing part. Maybe, allegedly, there is something morally wrong with our Senate president. Could there be something wrong morally with our Senate president? Definitely. Akpabio cannot just escape these shots fired from Atiku. He can't escape it like that. He can't escape it like that. What we want is for this country to be a better place. What we want is for Nigeria to be among the best nations of the world. What we want is for leaders to use their offices for public good. And what we want is for Nigeria to be a better place. From now, we are not going to wait for the next 2 years election. We want it from now, from today. I want our state president to stand up and start working. I want Tinubu to start working right now, because people may not be alive to see the next 2 years. So people need just today. They need a change today. Please, presidency, please try today to change this way, change this course, and see how you can make this country a better place. This is me being on the spot. And as always, we say no to any form of discrimination on this channel or disrespect. We always say the truth without fear or favor. Thank you for watching. I have been your host on your favorite show, Direct on the Spot, the show where we hit it hard and hot on matters of concern that shape and affect our daily lives. Thank you.